Welcome, everybody. We're going to go over risers and fallers real quick while people may be filtering in. They may not. Everybody's live right now. And one person that's live right now, Fanspeak Network, I just left their chat. Still have their stream up. If you don't know who they are, go follow. But this is my list of risers. And I probably missed people, but Chase Brown, Brees Hall, Joe Mixon, R.J. Harvey, Pacheco, Swift, Javante, all just absolute smash picks now, right? Like Harvey's being taken all the way from like pick 55 to pick 95. I've got him around 90 twice now out of 6 drafts. So that feels pretty good. I'm pulling Pacheco and Swift up 2 rounds. Uh, I believe Pacheco, like if Swift gets Swift's a little shakier because there are some rumors that Swift's going to get traded or a running back's getting traded to the Bears. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's the feel. Javante Williams, what are the Cowboys doing? Just what are they doing? Roshan Scatabo, I believe, should be the RB1. He's already got coach speak on how he's really good in short yardage stuff or in short areas. So they expect him to be the goal line back. He'll steal all those touchdowns. Austin Eckler, nobody's talking about him. He's a gigantic winner. B Rob, got no competition. Trey Benson, I personally was worried that they were going to add some people to him and he wouldn't be that good of a pick. Ollie Gordon, perfect compliment to Achan. Say hi to everybody. Thank you for showing up early, Scott. Th- Welcome, Victor, Fantasy Football Garage, and Jack Powell. Thanks for everybody for stopping by. I believe Tet McMillan is going to end up being a probably early round 4 pick by the end of this. Jerry Jeudy got no competition. He's now the one. Love it. Calvin Ridley already becoming a mainstay at like the mid 50s, like 53, 54. I was hoping to be able to smash some Ridley at the 5-6 turn for a week before people really got in on him. That's not going to happen. Welcome, Hartman. Cedric Tillman, same thing with Jerry Jeudy. They added nobody. Like, they added some running backs and they have a reasonable offensive line, so their offense should move better. They should probably stay on the field a little more. If Joe Flacco's the quarterback, he can definitely feed Jeudy and Tillman. Like, Tillman's still going at like 160, so I'm smashing him. Tolbert, smash. My boy Cavante Turpin, smash. Kyle Williams, love the pick now. Like, I always liked it, but man, his landing spot's so good, and everybody knows I love Drake May for this season. I'm actually big on the landing spot for Matthew Golden. A lot of people are not. Uh, I just I'm pretty much dropping all the other ones. We can get into that in whenever I get into a draft. I'm going to do my first BBM first, and then I probably won't do another one for a while. Josh Palmer, also a winner. Josh Palmer or Keon Coleman, one of them is a huge winner. I don't know exactly which one it's going to be, so I just kind of put both of them there. Tight ends, you can see that. And then these are my losers. Quarterback Sam Darnold, they only added one offensive lineman. They needed 5. Uh, so I don't like that. I'm actually less. I didn't put K Walker here, but I think basically their entire offense is losers. That's my opinion on the Seahawks. Jerome Ford banished. Travis Etienne, they also drafted 2 running backs. Stevenson, they drafted an early running back. Harris, they also drafted an early running back. Jalen Warren, He probably it still has a role, but they definitely drafted somebody to get the touchdowns. The correct answer should be no. Yeah, R.I.P. Damian Martinez. Um, and honestly, like that's another like not only is his landing spot bad because he's behind those two people, but they also didn't address the offensive line. So even if Charbonnet gets traded to the Bears, like people are projecting, like he's draftable, but like I still don't like the offensive line. So Seahawks only say nice things about you. Yeah, they can. Yeah, good for them. Uh, Dowdle, I think them adding Trevor Etienne is a really bad sign for Dowdle. I was pretty okay with Dowdle, but I think them adding a pass catching running back and then knowing that Chuba is their guy, like Dowdle is just a Chuba replacement. Bigsby, both like they also added like they added the two running backs. Who knows what happens? New coaching scheme. Jalen Wright, I don't think he's gonna have. He wasn't good last year, right? So Tyrone Tracy, I think he drops a little, not a ton. We can read over that. I'm going to go ahead and queue up for my first BBM in 10 seconds. So anybody who wants, jump in. I'm going to do the 20-second clock as well. So in 10. And then we got Jalen McMillan, almost undraftable at this point. 7 more to start. Let me actually bring up my underdog. All right. So I think Igbuka for single season stuff, like for Dynasty, Igbuka's a smash. But for this, I'm putting him all the way down to where McMillan was being drafted. Maybe he's better, maybe he's not. I'll adjust it later. I will have shares of him throughout the summer. For now, I'm going to let the ADP settle at where it needs to go. Jaden Reed, I'm not taking him anywhere close to where he goes. Dobbs, Adunze. I think Adunze should drop a little more than DJ Moore. That's just my opinion. I kind of think all of them should drop some, though. All the Bears pieces, except for Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams goes up and all the other pieces move down, right? Not sure who believes in that or thinks that that's the right thing. With that being said, Luther Burden's also on my list of people to not really be into right now. Cole Kmet, absolutely not. Like, best case scenario for him is round 18. And you have Caleb Williams. Maybe. In a 20 round draft, maybe, right? Like, that kind of hurt too. I liked Cole Kmet. I thought he was a really smash spot before the draft. Cooper Kupp, not only did they not add the offensive line that Sam Darnold needs, they also added 2 pass catchers. And I believe they added 2 maybe it was 3 because they added Elijah Arroyo. And then it wasn't till late, but they added Torrey Horton. Maybe it was just Torrey Horton. Okay, and Ricky White. Yeah. It was late players, but they did add 2 pass catchers, right? Still waiting on 1 for the BBM, by the way. And Mike Williams, I think, went from being an okay 20th round pick to not being draftable. I'm probably in the minority with this, but I think the Trey Harris pick is going to hurt Mike Williams more than it's going to hurt more than it'll hurt QJ. Like, I think it hurts both. Don't get me wrong. It's going to hurt both. But I believe it's going to hurt Mike Williams, significantly more than QJ. I think QJ will still be okay late. But I also fully believe in that offense. So And that's something else I haven't discussed. I actually think Amari and Hampton is still an absolute smash at the 3-4 turn. Like there are some values there that I don't think are going to stay there right now, so I probably won't be taking them as much. So we'll go to my ranks real quick. Oh, this finally loaded, huh? I didn't want it to load. It hasn't loaded all day, and now it loads. So we will go. Yeah, I need to remove this. So the 3-4 turn is this is pick like 30. So I have Chase Brown and Brees Hall picking about 30. And then I put DJ Moore behind him. And then this is just kind of what I have. Like Kyron should probably be higher than this. But I personally just like Hampton, Brees, and Chase Brown more. I think that they're better spots fully. Now I will be taking some Kyron here and there to try to get like just to get some. Like I think he's a solid pick. So as the draft goes, I'll talk about like who I like, who I don't like. We can discuss. I'm personally today not taking a lot of the rookies unless they're the 20th, like the 18th round rookies. Like I'm taking some Isaac Tesla, some Mason Taylor goes undrafted a lot. Mason Taylor shouldn't be undrafted. If you're just joining, please smash the like. Was wondering if you were streaming when I saw you at the 112. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream Monday through Thursdays at 4 p.m. Central. Uh, Most of the time I'll make it right about then. Days I have to work overtime, I'll probably start at like 4:15. Where are you at? Where are you at, Nick? What's your username? Why can't I remember what it is? I'll take Brian Thomas and Amon Ra here. Yeah, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I'll have to write your username down. Silverlight or King Cross or King Koss. Okay, yep. That makes sense. That actually makes sense that that would be you. All right. Bears doubles and shambles. The thing is about the Bears doubles is they may hit like, and you're gonna need like, who knows what pieces you're gonna need for the Bears. Like you kind of just want to take pieces, a little bit of all of them, and try. Like it's gonna be really hard to stack Caleb Williams in the post draft contest because Caleb Williams is gonna go high. Agree with Trey's is the new age Mike. I keep taking Brees over Hampton, but that may be wrong. I think Brees should go over Hampton. But I'm also, I have him. Yeah, I just think Brees should end up being over Hampton and Chase Brown, and probably like Kyron and him to me are the same. Chad is popping. I'm way behind. Mason at 185. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's win some money, DQ. I love double wide receiver one picks in the 12 seat. It feels really good, especially I think right now we're gonna get some like the some of the running backs are fall like Chase Brown every once in a while. What I was seeing on stream was falling down here. So like Brown, Hampton, like I think all of those running backs are gonna push up into the middle of the third here soon. So I want to take some of those. Probably two of my favorite late rookies, Tesla and Mayer. I almost clicked Bryant. Yeah, there's so many good round 18 picks right now with people hyping up Jenny, the day is going. Oh yeah, this is going to become more. I think this is kind of what's going to become the norm. Genty moving up a little, McCaffrey moving up a little, like into the middle here, and the wide receiver combos becoming very popular. Go Raiders! Welcome Ben Haskell. Yeah, the Eliminator. I'm very excited for the Eliminator myself. Bears doubles probably win the contest. Maybe. Yeah, you just have to know which one. Do the 2025 Bears feel like yes, I agree there. That's a good point. I had that thought during the draft. I was like, it's going to be disgusting trying to draft these guys. Buy the dip on Rome. Yeah, I moved Rome down on my rankings. I think he'll fall quite a bit over the next week, and then he'll start to slowly go up. That's just my take. I don't know. I could easily be wrong. I mean, what else have I ever been wrong on? Martinez was a smash pick, right? Burton might just be another Adonai. Yeah, that is true. Burden will be the one I have the least of for now. Like, I'm going to let Burden's ADP settle before I take any of them. Because I would think he should go in the mid 100s now. That's for just because it's crowded. Haven't drafted yet. Just kind of watching trends and streams for now. Heck yeah. Well, after this, I'm going to do an Eliminator. And my Eliminator rankings are way different, by the way. Thanks, BBG. And if I'm sure everybody here knows BBG, but if you're not subscribed, go to Bestball Guy's channel. I'm sure he'll be streaming later tonight. I haven't seen him post when he's going live, but he'll definitely be live tonight. I don't like the Bears Texans comp because of the OC. Yep. All right. Did any of the running backs make it? Two of these running backs made it, and Rashee Rice. I'm going to take that. I don't think Rashee Rice stays here very long. My heart of hearts, I actually have Rashee Rice ranked at 31 right now. I have no fear. I'm just going in blind. It's not a Chiefs take. It's a pre-draft best ball last year before the incident. He was a 2-3 turn smash. I don't see why he shouldn't be now. Like, I just don't see why that shouldn't end up happening. The Bears have the best OC, who happens to be the head coach. There is a little worry about him being the head coach and because I've heard from other people who were OCs that became head coaches in interviews that it's such a different role to be the head coach that it's hard for them to actually also call plays. Like, yes, they could be in on the meetings and stuff, but one reason they were so good at Detroit was because he called all the plays. So his play calling, he may not be able to do it as often. And if he can't do it as often, but he's still scheming the stuff up, maybe it's not as big of a smash this year. And then next year, once he knows the head coaching role a lot better and he's more comfortable in it. And maybe Ben Johnson's just the absolute GOAT and he's great at all of it. I mean, he was that good as a coordinator, so I mean there is an out to that. Ben Johnson definitely greater than Slowick, like by a lot. Slowick is no longer there. So 60s, I can't say no. Feels like JMO from last year. On who? For Rome? So Lamar Jackson seems to be going in the mid fourth now. All right. Yeah, if he goes in the 60s, I'm in. Like, I have him at 55, 56, somewhere in there. That's where my ranks are on him. So, I mean, if he falls back here, I'm probably in. Listening to people today, everybody's low on Travion Henderson. Like, they think he should stay where he's at because of a fit. I could see Travion slowly rise up, but we'll see. Like, whatever Travion's ADP is, I'm going to take him. So, hey, Steph Miller, thanks for stopping by. First time I've seen you in here. Maybe I've seen you before, but I think this is the first time. Welcome to the channel. Hard to plan for week one without a schedule, hence no BBM for me right now. I just play the small contest and try to pair divisionally. Yeah, and actually, that's another thing. Like, I'm going to do an Eliminator next, but Eliminator, like, you should honestly wait for the schedule because it matters. Well, last year it mattered a lot. Now it's just head to heads. It may not matter as much. And for BBM, it also matters a ton. But we're just doing one today. I'm not gonna max BBM this year. I'm gonna probably do 30 of them or something. I'm not gonna go crazy with it. I'm gonna do better structured contest or the structured contest like this. I'll probably max the puppy. It's 1 of 10, 1 of 10. I prefer that over the 1 of 13 to 1 of 16 advance. NFC North in particular probably going to need a healthy dose. Absolutely. Click off that. Joe Mixon falls all the way here. Absolutely. Joe Mixon was one of the biggest winners of the draft to me. I think I just take these two running backs here. Take Joe Mixon, take Travion Henderson, have Omarion, Joe Mixon, Travion, BTJ, Amon-Ra, Rashee Rice to start. I think Joe Mixon's going to end up going like I have him ranked at like 47 now. I believe that they're going to be an absolute like he's going to be a monster. Maybe I'm wrong. But like at 60, I'm absolutely taking him. Okay, you stopped by once, but it's at the very end. Got it. Yeah, I didn't think you'd been in the chat. Uh, if the guy who won the puppy last year can win, anyone can year. Why are you hating on Raymond Zani? It was the fast puppy, by the way. I believe that's who you're talking about. Live in 10 minutes from that guy. Don't really understand the mix and falling because they didn't get much O-line help. Did they not? Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, welcome. I mean, they drafted O lineman pretty early, didn't they? Let me look. And they had a couple signings in free agency too. Oh, that was the wrong draft button. Draft tracker. We'll go by teams. Houston Texans. Yeah, they took Ursary here, who is a tackle. Like that's what I thought they did. They didn't take another one though, but they did sign, I believe, two people. Um, one of the Vikings former offensive linemen who was okay. Tunsil, like they got a ton for Tunsil, and and there is something to say, like maybe their offensive line wasn't as bad as everybody thought last year because maybe Bobby Slowick just didn't know what he was doing. Like we don't know. Like with the new coordinator coming in, offensive line is something that could actually benefit quite a bit from that, right? Joe Mixon could be a monster, but Woody Marks could be the Stones. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, I love this. He said this earlier. Could Zach Charbonnet become Zach Charbonnet? If that happens, I love it. There'll be no stopping that nickname, right? So I think Mixon is in a pretty good spot. That defense is going to be really good. He had some monster weeks last year. If you go to points per game, Mixon was actually running back 9 last year. Oh no, I think he was higher. That was just sort of by points. No, he was running back 9 in half point PPR last year. So he's going as running back like what is that, like 15, 16, something? I'll take my shots on him when he's back here. whenever the contest started and he was going up in here, I didn't love it, but I also thought they were going to add a running back. But they added a running back, but the running back they added is probably a guy they're just going to use out of the backfield. Maybe third downs, like third and longs and stuff like that. I'm not sure if Woody Marks is good at pass protection. I actually don't know that. Patrick Mahomes goes. I think I was scared to put Tet that high because I thought I'd get too much of him, but I don't think that that's something I need to worry about anymore. Najee Harris, absolutely not. We'll go Hawkinson. And what else we got here? I don't like any of these receivers in this range. I really don't like that. I'll just probably take Josh Downs. I've moved Pacheco way up, by the way. Like, but he's still going in this area, so I don't want to be taking him yet. And not, yeah, yeah. As soon as I seen he was at the top of my queue, I clicked any button. I was frantically like, "Oh no, please no!" Absolutely, especially on a Murray and Hampton team, right? Like, absolutely not, not now. You get out of here. You get out of here right now. I think handcuffs could be a lot more key this season. You had basically all the franchise RB1 stay healthy last year. Yeah, absolutely. That's what all the zero RB people are talking about. Uh, I mean, it was the healthiest season we've ever had from running backs, right? Like for a long time, at least during the BBM era. So we'll look over the team real quick. We got 8 rounds. Got Hampton, Joe Mixon, Travion Henderson, Brian Thomas Jr., Amon-Ra St. Brown, Rashee Rice, Josh Downs, TJ Hawkinson. The quarterbacks have been going really heavy today. This is my 6th draft. No, it's my 7th draft. And they've went early every single draft. Wide receivers were getting hit from every direction, but most early running backs just didn't get injured. Yeah. And that's something like I'm still going to be taking them up here, right? Because you just want every kind of roster in your lineup. I also believe that I think you're going to need one or two of the guys up top, and then the right mix of people down bottom, right? Like I don't think I have a couple like hyper fragile 4 running back builds done by round 8, but I don't think that's the right strategy. But I'm still going to build that when it falls to me. Like I usually let the room tell me what kind of roster I need to build. That could be wrong, but that's usually the route I go. Welcome, Vaporware. Ball knower. Absolutely. Gamble. QB steamed up in every room today. There's one quarterback that isn't being steamed up, and like I don't understand it because he had a monster day in the draft. And that's King Crosshair is going to take that guy. So, or King Cost 88. Sorry, Nick. But yeah, I've got that quarterback at 160 twice. Like why is he going 10 to 15 picks later? Like I don't get it. Welcome, Steve. I was watching their stream earlier. I had to cut out a little early. I kept it up for you, but they had a really good stream earlier. Sibling Showdown. Always love that. I got Lamar of 47 at your first room. That is awesome. Is the one guy still available? He is not. He went at 64. I've got Harvey in the 80s and 90s a few times. I'm not saying don't take running back high, but I think people are banking the same production. Yeah, there are definitely people that just look at what happened last year and they're copy pasting. I'm doing a schnauzer right now where I start at 4 running backs, rounds 1 to 4. Stop at 4 running back would be fun. Did you see the little board 2 that I posted? That I got Chase Brown fell to 45 or 48. I had it was Jamar Chase, and then I went Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving fell, and then I took Hampton and Chase Brown, and I just stopped, right? Like, why would you not stop there? This right here is why I didn't want to take Pacheco. Like, he is falling all the way back here. I believe that he's going to go up in price. So this feels really, really strong. Goff fell back to me with Almond, so I think I have to take that. I was not expecting Jared Goff to be back to me, so I'm actually ecstatic about that. He usually goes earlier than that because there's like 3 other players that you'll stack with him. Yeah, Stephen Meggs, I love the synergy. It's almost like they've known each other their whole life or something. Who is the quarterback you were referencing that isn't going up as much as he should? Um, it's Bryce Young. Like, I've actually just, I think I have of my 6 drafts so far. I have 4 shares of Bryce Young. He just always there late for some reason, and like I'm okay just taking Bryce Young at 160 and just tacking on Jatavian Sanders. Like like as your third quarterback, or if you're getting boxed out a quarterback, he has some rushing upside. So like I love it. Have a little more too with Chase, Trey McBride, Higgins, Chase Brown, Burrow. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Yeah, and people may have thought that that was a bad draft then. You're the one laughing now, right? Yeah, like some of those little board twos, or like little board and big board drafts, to where Chase Brown, like on DK, Chase Brown was going in round 5 sometimes. Yeah, everybody RIP for Damian Martinez. Like I and like so I'm actually lower on all the running backs there because I think Martinez is a good enough, like I think he's, yeah, they didn't put capital in him or anything, but he's got, I liked him enough that I think that he'll still steal some carries here and there. And that's not what you want in a backfield that already doesn't have a great offensive line. I haven't seen you on the, it was a while back. I could probably sort it out and find it. It was a 2 weeks ago or something. But it was wild because like JT, Bucky Irving, Chase Brown was risky, but Chase Brown and Hampton fell all the way back. And this was at the end of the cycle where Hampton was going at like pick 40 all the time. He fell to 48 with Chase Brown, and I had a Jamar Chase solo wide receiver with just 4 stacked running backs. That's one of those teams that the schedule's going to come out, one player's going to get hurt, and it's completely toast. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to have one running back one of those weeks, one running back or something, you know. All right, let's look through this. And Trey Harris at 106. That seems to be where he's been going. Christian Kirk, rip. Yeah, I was shocked to get him there for sure. Yeah, the rare anchor wide receiver build. I have like 2 or 3 of them, not many, but like I did a couple of them, and weirdly they all felt okay. but I'm guessing most of those had either Rashad Bateman or Quentin Johnston on them. And the ones with, like, if it was Johnston, probably not as, it probably doesn't feel as good now. Kyle Williams, such a good pick here. Do I want to, take, yeah, I think I just go ahead and take Kyle Williams here as my fifth wide receiver. I'm fine with just Hawkinson. Those two quarterbacks are perfectly fine. I might add a third, but that little team correlation with Kyle Williams and Travion Henderson. So we're going to look through the board real quick, see what's happened. Aaron Jones is somebody I think needs to fall a little. Just myself. Like, yes and no with that. I personally like Jordan Mason more. Jordan Mason, they've talked like he's going to be the goal line back. So if Jordan Mason's here and Aaron Jones is up there, I'll just have all the Jordan Mason and very little Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones probably going to play from the 20 to 20, so like he will spike here and there with a long touchdown possibly. But we do know that KOC came out and said something about not wanting to run the ball, or not that is completely wrong, about how they were not good in the red zone last year and how they wanted to be able to be better in the red zone. And as we all know, the best way to get better in the red zone is to beef up the offensive line, which they're doing, and to run the ball. So that's why they made the trade for Jordan Mason. That's why they took the guard at pick 24 and they didn't trade back, because that's what they want to do. So I'm going to max the Eliminator for sure. Like, I'm going to max the, like, this is one of the few BBMs I'm probably going to do. I'll do I might get, at most I get to 50 BBMs. I'm probably only going to do like 30 or so. Today, special day, it opened. I wanted to do one. I wanted to do my first one on stream, so I waited. The Eliminator is the contest I'm probably going to do more of. And the Eliminator, I believe your ranking should be much different as well. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Love the new structure. The new structure is just straight fire. When was the last time the Vikings goal line back had a fantasy value? Adrian Peterson. Well, yeah. It was before KOC, right? The Eliminator. If I win it, that's what we're going to call it. It will no longer be the Eliminator. It'll be the Eliminator. Okay. Yeah, I think Jordan Mason flips Jones. And I thought the same thing last year with Chase Brown and Zach Moss. And I took all the Chase Brown with very little Moss. And then when they flipped, I just changed it. Now, it wasn't successful for me, but that's what I did. It felt successful. Like, the process seemed fine. Yeah, we'll go over the structure of all the tournaments if people want. The sprint, I love the $20 price point. It feels awesome. Marathon, I'm not really into that. If I want to do that, I can go to Drafters. Drafters gives really good promos. I don't know what all I'm going to do. It honestly depends on how much overtime I'm allowed to work this year, because I'm going to use most of my overtime money for entries. So we'll see what happens. And business has been slow, so I haven't been able to work as much. Yeah, hope he's not a Madison. But the way they are talking about him, it's their D-Mart. About Jordan Mason, yeah, absolutely. And it's hard to not believe in KOC and his offense. You don't think there's any chance that Jordan Mason flips Aaron Jones? I mean, you could be right. I could be wrong. Like, who knows what happens? Like, I'm not great at predicting the whole market, and nobody is. So Jaden Blue went in the last round of my last draft and it sucked because I had 5 running backs by round 9. So I couldn't take him. I just couldn't. But this is about where he should probably go. Yeah, I do know that he's only played passing downs. Well, we're going to pull up Bretton Strange here. I think, what pick number are we at? It doesn't update. 156. Yeah, Bretton Strange is fine there. Um, who else do I want? I mean, I think I want some Cedric Tillman here. I've been mixing in Keenan Allen as well. But I've taken enough Keenan today that I don't want to take more. I'm fine pulling Cedric Tillman up. He won't be back. I think it starts to get pretty ugly down here. Kyle Williams has gone every draft I do earlier than ADP. I took Kyle Williams at 133. I have Kyle Williams rated at 120-ish, and I'm just not going to back down. I don't think that that's going to change. Number one, I'm big on Drake May. Number two, like he's their number, like Steph Diggs and him can easily work an offense together, right? So, and maybe like I might back down in a week or two if his ADP doesn't just skyrocket. Yeah, exactly. Like if I could see his ADP moving to the 109, which is probably too high, but I could just see the 108, 109 staple becoming Drake May, Kyle Williams, or something in this area. You take Kyle Williams and then you take Drake May, something like that. Oh, thanks, Steve. I like what's happened. We can go over it real quick as well. I might need another quarterback. We'll see what happens when it comes back around. Probably won't be able to get one. But 2, 4, 6, 2 right now. Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence, running backs, Amarian Hampton, Joe Mixon, Travion Henderson, Pacheco. Wide receivers, BTJ, Amon Ra, Rasheed, Josh Downs, Kyle Williams, Cedric Tillman. Tight end, TJ Hawkinson, Bretton Strange. So, yeah, I like this. I could be done at 2 tight ends. I probably want to go 3-5-7-3 with this build, though. Hopefully, the room allows me to go 3-5-7-3, and it doesn't have to be a 2-5-8-3 or something. You sniped. Was that where I got him at? I got Harvey at 89 in one draft and 92 in another. So it was probably one of those two. It felt really good. I've got him twice today, and both were around pick 90. And I'm pretty excited about that. If something happens to Jones, I believe it's committee. Yeah. Go look at reception totals. They look like Audric Estime. Does it look as bad as Tank Bigsby with his 7 over the year last year? I think you were in position to shift to either 2 quarterback or 2 tight ends if you need to. Yeah. I think I could, but we'll see what happens. I know what I want here. Oh, not going to happen. I was hoping to add Anthony Richardson. I know that like it's a low chance that he even plays week 17. But if he actually does learn from this quarterback coach, he's a spike week guy, and pairing him with Goff and Lawrence like could just unlock a week that I wasn't going to win because those 2 quarterbacks had like 15 points. He could put up 30 points or something. And I like him a lot with 2 pocket quarterbacks. Like Trevor Lawrence can run. He just hasn't recently. Okay, it was the one I got. Wasn't 89. It was 87. Okay, I remember it was like 80, like right around there. Bryce Young, like no reason he needs to be going at 178. Love that. Nick crushing it, absolutely crushing this draft. Um, do I just take the contingent back here? I think I take him. We'll look at ADP. Um, I don't have any. Do we just take Yoshi Voss here? I personally really like Savion Williams now. I didn't know what to do there. I think taking him is fine. Uh, I'm pretty lost in the wide receivers in this range. I don't like any of them at ADP. It feels pretty gross. And I wasn't going to take Sam Darnold with no pass catchers. I wasn't going to take Russell Wilson with no pass catchers. So I think I'll have to stick at two quarterbacks here. I could take. Did Daniel Jones go yet? I mean, I could tack him on in the last round if I have to. Um, Giddens feels fine though. It gives me another team stack with Josh Downs as well. So I'll probably add. I feel really good about this running back room. But outside of the Geno snipe, yeah, but the Geno snipe was a blessing if you get Bryce Young at 178. Like if that's what you needed to get Bryce Young at 178, I think you're happy with it. Like his team is stacked. Hey, if you're just showing up, please smash the like for me. As soon as this BBM is over, I'll be going over my team. If Nick wants me to go over his, I'll go over his as well. And then we will we'll be doing an eliminator. Milrow just for some late season rushing upside. I could, but if I'm going to do that, I'm going to on this team, considering I have Josh Downs, it has to be Daniel Jones, right? Like I went ahead and took Giddens as well. So like if I take another quarterback, it has to be, in my opinion, Daniel Jones. Bryce Young, like I'm gonna have a ton of him if he's 160 in every draft. Like absolutely 160 in every draft. All right. We can do it for Steph. Deontay Johnson visiting the Browns. I will be so happy. I think I had over 8% Deontay Johnson in the big board. Uh I was just like, there's no way he like doesn't get signed, right? Like that would be hilarious. The worst locker room of all time. Yeah. Late quarterbacks feel extra not great. Unless you have Bryce Young. Like Bryce Young feels really good. Um we're gonna go ahead and look at the tight ends here. The tight end I've been smashing in every draft went, and that is Mason Taylor. Where did he go? Mason Taylor, 194. If you're not in on Mason Taylor right now, like I personally think that he's he's what wide receiver. He's the second best receiving option for the Jets now at a position that like kind of lacks at this point. I'm into it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna add another tight end here. Think I'll be fine with those two. I'll take Daniel Jones and we got Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence. Do I want to take you know, Isaac Tesla's the pick, right? We'll take Isaac Tesla, a late stack with Jared Goff. We'll take Daniel Jones, complete the stack with Josh Downs. All right, we got a 3-5-8-2. Quarterbacks, Jared Goff, Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Jones. Running backs, Amari Hampton, Joe Mixon, Travion Henderson, Isaiah Pacheco, DJ Giddens. Wide receivers, BTJ, Amon Ra, Rasheed Rice, Josh Downs, Kyle Williams, Cedric Tillman, Andre Yoshivas, Isaac Tesla. Tight ends, TJ Hawkinson and Bretton Strange. I hope Steph's happy. And then we will go to Nick's draft. And hopefully it doesn't kick me out as I'm going through this. A 3582 as well. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll have to. Tesla could be a 0. Like, absolutely. Like, but it's a last round pick. It's a team stack. Like, I don't think there's anything to the whole JMO trade thing. Like, I think that was all just smoke, right? But if that was true, Tesla becomes pretty draftable. And Tesla could just be the replacement for Tim Patrick this year too. Like, not that that's a ton of production, but if I get one spike week out of my 18th round pick, like I'm happy with that. Whenever this draft's over, I'll go to the draft screen. It always kicks you out whenever you're trying to make the picks here. Last round, we got Jordan James. Hey, thank you. That's 2 professionals like my team. It makes me feel good. Deontay Johnson and Shedeur Sanders can have a contest to see who hates the game of football more. Did you all see the shirt that Joe Flacco was wearing? The Browns have shirts now, and maybe it was CGI, but like they're selling these shirts right now. It says "Flack around and find out" around the Browns helmet. I'm definitely buying one. Flack around and find out. Good stuff. All right, we'll go over Nick's team. 3582. Mahomes, Jordan Love, Bryce Young. Running backs, Genty, Judkins, Swift, Brashard Smith, or DeAndre Swift, Brashard Smith, Jarquez Hunter. I put him way too high in my rankings. I had to cool off. Xavier Worthy, Tet, Calvin Ridley, Jaden Reed, Trey Harris, Jack Besh, Romeo Dobbs, Jalen Royals, Brock Bowers, Dallas Goddard. He got double stack KC with Worthy and Royals. He got Brashard Smith, also another pass catcher. He got sniped on Herbert if he actually wanted them. Okay, yeah. All right, Steph. Grade Nick's team. This is what you wanted. This is your time. I'm very impressed, Nick, but didn't get buried at wide receiver. And nice correlate. Yeah. I personally will probably have 0 Jalen Royals. I do not like the pick at all. As a Chiefs fan, for best ball, like I'm not going to be in on him. I might, I'll take him here and there this late on a Mahomes team, maybe, but on non-Mahomes teams, I will have 0 myself. All right. A minus. Yeah, I agree. A minus. A. Swift gonna jump up in rank. Quinshon Judkins, this is exactly where he needs to be going. Genty, awesome. A couple rookies that will probably, like, if Brashard Smith makes the team, he goes up. Jarquez Hunter, almost definitely going to replace Corum, in my opinion. Tons here. Anyway, we're entering an eliminator in 10 seconds. So anybody who wants to join, go ahead and join. I still have to enter on my phone and we are doing it at 20 seconds. Darnold should be 7 more to start. Darnold should be safe all season. Yes. I mean, for his starting job, yes. In the pocket, no. Milrow pick, bothersome, but I don't see him playing. He could late. Like it is a 1 year contract essentially. If they want to get out of it after this year, Darnold is really scary because he should definitely be safe through week 14, but not through. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I'm at. And like I don't like their offensive line has to improve. Like, and they took one guy, and they had 5 picks in the top 90, and they didn't. They only took one guy. So I did 20 second clock. I mentioned that. I don't know if we're still waiting on 6. I said a lot of things, but thank you. I don't know what point I made or what point somebody else made, but yes, good point. Whoever, you did great. Yeah, so the eliminator structure this year is fantastic. So it's essentially just a head to head all the way through. You got 6 of 12 advance, which is basically a head to head versus your entire pod, and then a head to head every single week. And a 3-seat final. So if you get to the end, you got $76,000. It's $10 entry, 196,608 people. So the way this works also is where's the prizes at? Why is the prizes not showing up here? Okay. I don't know why I scrolled past them. I was already on them. What was I doing? So week 17, week 16, 15, 14. So if you make it to week 3, if my math is right, if you make it to week 3, which is 33% of the teams, you should get your money back. I believe I did that right because that'd be week 17, week 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, right? So you get to week 3 and you just get your money back. So you win 2 50-50s and you get your money back with a chance at the big money. I absolutely love this structure myself. Do you let big board exposures affect your drafting at all now? Or I have it as completely irrelevant. Like, it's a new time box window. So why should what happened before matter now? Like, that's why I've pushed Rashee Rice up. Nobody's got Rashee Rice at pick 54. Nobody's got Devontae Adams at pick 54. I had Devontae Adams at pick 66. That isn't going to happen anymore. So like Devontae Adams, Rashee Rice, those players, like Travis Hunter as well, like that's why those players are moving way up the boards right now. Robert Wood signed with the Steelers. Uh-oh. George Pickens on the move. Watch out. They got his replacement. Not at all, not at the least, outside of notes taken. Yeah. Welcome, Hulk Smash. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I like the head-to-head. The tournament I did the best in last year was the flock. And one of the flocks I got 9th. So it worked out well to have the head-to-head stuff. So, okay, cool. I can keep smashing RJ Harvey then. Where are you taking him? Like, don't ruin it for the rest of us. Don't take him at like pick 45 and ruin the ADP for tomorrow for the rest of us. Like, let's bring it up slowly together. Yeah, so in this contest, you'll see something shocking. I've did some rankings. I basically ranked to like 80 or something and then got bored of it. But I pulled Saquon in a head-to-head matchup kind of thing. He's super safe, right? So it's guaranteed floor. Kind of with Bijan. I'll probably still take Bijan over him, but I'm much more into taking Saquon here. But the one thing I did is I moved all the elite quarterbacks up. I think elite quarterback in this is going to be much better. That's my opinion, and maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. 70 sounds about right. High 70s, 80s. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I would be smashing him in the 80s for sure, or the mid 70s. Still waiting on one for the Eliminator, 20-second clocks. The flock contest have an advancement structure, right? Yeah, so the flock contest was one of 12 through the 14 weeks. So you had to win your pod over the 14-week season. And then you went into two head-to-heads, and then it was a 100-person final. I'm not sure if they're going to start the flock tournaments again this year, starting on Thursday. I think it was Thursdays last year that they put them out. And that just because that was the structure last year doesn't mean it's going to be the structure this year, right? 18 picks feels so tough. You mean the round 18? Yeah, the round 18 doesn't feel great right now. We'll close the poll. I hadn't looked at it yet. Weekly winners, 6%. Nobody for the sprint. Eliminator, 35%. And BBM for 59%. I kind of assumed BBM would be the winner. I personally am voting for Eliminator. I didn't think this would take as long to fill. So we'll go back to this. Like, some of you guys didn't see that. These are the players that I think won in the draft. It's pretty common. Like, I think Ollie Gordon is actually kind of a smash now. I wasn't big on him in the process, but the fit he got was fantastic. The $3 one. Yeah. I did one Hound Dog. Well, we can while we're waiting, we can look at some of these other teams that I drafted. The very first one I did was this. I went Caleb Williams, Tua, Joe Mixon, David Montgomery, Cam Scatterbo, Javonte Williams, felt disgusting, Braylon Allen, Roshan Johnson, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, Jordan Addison, Steph Diggs. Like, I might have been too high on him. Savion and Chimere DK. Njoku, Loveland, Mason Taylor. Nothing fancy. Probably needed more than that one. The two quarterbacks. All right. Draft is live. We have Hartman at the 104. I'm at the 108. Coolers is the 109. Ben Haskell at the 112. Is this Alex Rosca at the one hole? 2 for 2. Nice. Yep, I guess it is. I thought that was you. I haven't. Hey, welcome DT. This is an Eliminator. And the best thing about streaming Eliminator is you get reseeded after round 1. So half of us get to go on, and then we don't have to worry about playing each other. Oh, I missed Best Ball on Call here. I seen it as he typed it. My bad. Sorry, Anthony. But yeah, like, doing these on stream is going to be awesome because you don't have to worry about your pod. Like, yeah, you gotta advance 6 of 12 week 1. I would have figured it out eventually. Can't get nothing past me. I haven't taken a Nico share yet today, but we have all summer. We'll get there. We'll just use my ranks for now. Thank you, everybody that's came in and smashed the like. Got 17 viewers, 20 likes. That's fantastic. Love it. And DT is at the 2 hole. Man, I'm going to have to start. I have whenever other people are streaming, I have a list of people, like all their names and their usernames. And it's hard. I don't want to be writing these down as I'm streaming. So hopefully I can remember afterwards to write these down. But yeah, I like weekly winners and Eliminator feel like a better, like for CLV purposes, it feels better to use those for stream drafts as well. I love Genty in the first. That's actually the exact ranking I have on him. I put Genty. I actually have Nico where where he took Amon, and then with the tier of Amon, Brian Thomas, and Neighbors, I jumped Genty up to the back of that. Doesn't mean I'll take him there every time. And in Eliminator, like I'm not big on Derrick Henry for like BBM, but in Eliminator, I'll take some Henry. Like my teams will look a lot different in this format than they will in the big. When you only have to beat one person each week, taking a floor play or two and then hammering spike week guys late kind of feel okay, like a little more okay. And not that Derrick Henry can't spike or Saquon, they both spike really heavy. But the chance that he's not good, and like early season production actually weighs a little higher because you need that early season production in Eliminator. So all the rookies should be discounted in this tournament. We'll see if that happens. Like this is like RJ Harvey going, if he goes at like round 6, that's probably too early for RJ Harvey in this. Although all you have to do is sneak him through some rounds to get the value. Streaming Eliminators in April without knowing bye weeks. Do you also? I probably would. Yeah. No, and that's a good. I did start off the stream by saying that a lot of you weren't in here. This isn't a great contest to be doing right now, with without the bye weeks out. In 3 weeks we'll get the schedule. I probably will only do like 5 or 6 of these by that point. Like tomorrow I'll probably stream like hound dogs or puppies. And so like I'm just doing this because this is the contest I want to play. It's day 1. We're just out here vibing. It's not about being good right now. It's about having fun. And that's my goal, to enjoy it. Chase Brown goes. Love that pick. That is such a smash pick there. Yeah, I'll take Baltimore's offense. Come on down, Lamar Jackson. All those passes he throws to Derrick Henry, I've got all those locked up. All those, Derrick Henry did catch the ball more last year than he usually does. I mean, it wasn't special. It was 19, but I guess I'm wrong. I guess 2 years ago. Man, what was Lamar doing? I mean, Justice Hill's fantastic out of the backfield, so there is that. But yeah, for the most part, this is not the right time to be playing this tournament. I will definitely not do a whole lot of them before the schedule releases. I think this one and like weekly winners as well. Like weekly winners especially because like the team that I had a team that had a chance to get first in a weekly winners. I needed Kyron Williams on that Monday night that they played the Niners and it was like a 9-6 game. If Kyron Williams scored 24.2 points, I believe it was, I would have got first. And he scored 6, and I finished like 80th. So, went in with some hope, and that hope was destroyed quickly. Absolutely demolished. Just banished. And it was very early in the game that it was obvious that it was going to be that way too. Mike Evans at 41. I think that's right. I think Mike Evans moves down to where like Worthy is. Weekly winners could be good without knowing the schedule if you just go condense teams. Yeah, yeah, that is true as well. If you just major team stack or division stack, uh, that would make sense. Yeah. So, but basically, like with weekly winners last year, and I haven't looked and seen which ones like what the team I did. I think the team I did well with was actually stacking divisions. I tried a couple different things. None of them actually ended up working that well. But when I had Jefferson over Chase and I had Achan over Saquon Barkley, that pretty much eliminates like half the weeks of me having a chance at first place. So uh, I played a risky game last year. I'm probably not going to play it as risky this year. I'll probably be a little bit more in line with ADPs than I was last year. Um, I think the process was it was fine, but it definitely wasn't right. I would expect the quarterbacks to move up in this. I know in weekly winners for sure the quarterbacks go higher, or at least they did last year. And that actually is another good point about what Hartman just said. Like you could just early like the quarterbacks ADPs may not be moved up yet in weekly winners, so it could be a time to get some very unique teams because like I think Lamar Jackson was like a second like Lamar and Josh Allen were going at the like pick 20 to 24 in weekly winners near the end of last year because quarterback spikes matter. All right, we got Jordan Addison, Chuba, Travion here. I don't think Travis Hunter is going to stay here very long. He is a rookie, but I do think that he'll go up in price even in this contest. I know earlier I said that like you don't want rookies as much. Yeah, no, no, it's fine. I I'm not that into Zay. My ranking of Zay is like 52. So you taking my Zay Flower stack isn't gonna destroy me. Like it's not gonna destroy my heart and soul. Like I would have taken him absolutely at this pick, but like I already got my stack. I got Derrick Henry with Lamar Jackson. What else could you want? What more could you want? Travion, Chuba, K Walker, love all those picks. Hemi Neutron, 20. I missed that name up here. The Hemi Neutron 20. Matthew Golden, I think, is kind of a winner as well. We'll see what happens with the Green Bay stuff. It feels like they drafted two wide receivers fairly early. That feels pretty bad for everybody already on the roster. Do I take Addison here? Do I take Judkins? I think there's still a lot of value. I know early I said you want you kind of want running backs. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and take a Judkins share here. Like I definitely like Addison more as a player. I'll take I'll take AFC North ugly football champions here. Derrick Henry, Quinshawn Judkins. I should have probably taken Addison, but you're welcome. You know, you take Zay Flowers from me. I give you Jordan Addison. You're welcome. I think Judkins though falls up into this range. I like James Conner here. I've been seeing James. I didn't look in the BBM where James Conner went, but I got James Conner at 82 in a draft. Or no, it wasn't 82. It was 81. That feels wrong. And I've got him in the seventh round two other times. Like, how is James Conner worse of a pick than he was? You know, like they added nobody. Like they added nobody. And Trey Benson also a huge winner, right? Like they're Kyler said he's going to run more. If Kyler runs more, that should help the efficiency grade for the running backs as well. James Conner just continues to dominate every year. They invested a lot on defense, so maybe they get off the field more. They probably could have like I'm not sure what the state of their offensive line is. I do need to look into that a little deeper. But I believe that it was fine last year. And if you are not aware, PPR Tyler I think went live right now. Maybe it was 5:15 or 5:30. I can't remember. So worst case scenario, go over there, smash the like for him. I'm sure a lot of you are already over there. Najee Harris can't get on board with that. Baker Mayfield. I mean, Khalil Shakir is an absolute floor pick, right? Like, I don't love Shakir, but I'll take a Shakir share at this, like, in this contest here and there. This is my last stop for streams for the evening. Nice. Yeah, I've been all over as well. After this, I'll jump over to Tyler's stream for sure. All right, we got Patrick Mahomes and Caleb Williams go. Mahomes, he got the double stack. How dare you get the double stack in my room? We've been over this. I guess that was only pre-draft. That wasn't allowed. I guess I can start trying it again. Maybe. Like, yeah, how dare you, sir? But it's a new season. I'll allow it. Yeah, I'll be done at quarterback with Baker and Lamar. Like that feels really strong. Mike Evans, Lamar or Baker, Lamar, and it doesn't really matter. Like all of his stacking options are later. Mark Andrews still on the team, still hasn't really adjusted his price. Like if somebody wants him, they can have him. But I'm not above pulling Rashad Bateman up to 104 either. So, and I mean, let's be honest, Lamar's ceiling doesn't come from throwing to his receivers. It comes from his rushing upside. And in an advance rate with the one of two every week, like I don't know. I wonder what because this is a brand new contest, right? Like so the question is, how much is stacking really going to help in this contest? Nobody really knows. Whenever you, because it's going to be just who you get matched up with every week, right? Like, is stacking going to matter that much? Like, even the finals is only one of three. So, stacking may not matter in this contest, like, at all. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, it's just something to think about. We don't know. We don't have information on this yet. In a head-to-head, like, elimination style thing, like, what's the best thing to do? Team. You talk saying team stacking instead of quarterback stacking? Or do you just type half of a sentence? Team correlation? Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Team correlation is probably the right way. Tons of running backs I love here. We will go ahead and take the one tight end that I would take with Lamar. Now I'm perfectly stacked with, like, I have a lot of their offense. A ton of running backs that I like are still available. Weekly winners is the contest to load up on right now, in your honest opinion. I mean, it depends on what the ADPs are, right? Like, if the quarterback ADPs are low, it might be. I haven't been in a weekly winners, um, but I remember last year near the end of the contest, it was definitely those quarterbacks all went high. It was like I think Mahomes was going in the third the whole time, like in the last month. So that could be a good point. Like this could be the time to do it. Maybe May 14th, the day the schedule comes out, is the absolute nuts for it. Um, but we'll see what happens with the quarterbacks there. If it's just more casual drafter, like if it doesn't push up, maybe it never does. Quarterback in a team, like if you hit on an undervalued team like Bucks, Seahawks, go crazy. Yeah, yeah. With this, I mean, I don't have like any Trey Harris, but this tournament also is. What are the running backs? Well, we're just hoping that Derrick Henry and Quinshawn are the guys, right? That's what we're doing here. We'll go over some of the teams here. Ben Haskell in the 12 hole, Malik Neighbors, CMC, Josh Allen, Devontae Adams, K. Walker, Calvin Ridley. That's a great price on Ridley. Uh, he's moving up so fast. Like I thought I was going to be able to smash him at this pick for a while. And the BBM structure, he's going mid 50s every single draft. It's nuts. Hawkinson, Jordan Mason, Marvin Mims. Absolutely love every one of those picks except for Jaden Reed. I'm scared to death of Jaden Reed right now. Like, not only did they add a number one in Matthew Golden, they also added Savion Williams, who to me projects to be a guy who's going to be a schemed up touches guy, and that is what Jaden Reed does the best. So I'm not in on that, but I'm light on Reed too. But I'll mix him in the 80s for now. I the guys I don't like, I banished so far that I'm just gonna wait a week and see where they land. Like Luther Burden, Jaden Reed, um, Tracy. I moved down a little bit. Travis Etienne, I'm very out on right now. Like I'm very out on him. Like I have Tootin rated above ETN, and I think I have Tootin rated at 125 or something. Like I don't know what to do there. It might be a good move to take like a couple of them because Travis only says nice thing about who is Travis the three hole. Let's see what running backs are left. Ugly, 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 ugly. Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't think Travioli was in here. I'm pretty sure that's not his username. Um, yeah, but whatever. Maybe it's a committee there. Maybe, maybe it ends up being Tank Bigsby, who I also banished. That is fine. But the GM using Bashal Tootin in his interviews to get the GM job, saying, I want him in the third round. We're going to build around him. That feels insane. Number one, to go into that job interview and be like, hey, this third round pick, that's who I want. That's who we're going to get. That's who we're building the ship out of. Number two, he has to, like, Liam Cohen had to also be, like, he has to like him enough to use him. Um, yeah, I'm not a big fan of my running backs here. But ADP, they're all over the place. I kind of think Tucker Craft is too big of a value not to take here. And that'll allow me to be done at tight end as well. I probably shouldn't be done at tight end. I should probably take 3 in every one of these just until the schedule comes out, right? Like, probably don't want to risk a 0 at tight end in this format for until the schedule comes out. So, or at quarterback, I might actually have to add in another guy, maybe. I'm probably just going to wing it and just hope that they don't get the same bye week for this one. Like, if I'm doing 150 of them, like, some of them are dead, right? Like, some of them are going to be dead at some point. So, with the capital of Lamar Jackson and Baker, though, like, I don't think I should be able to afford to take another one. Kyle Williams, 141. Love it. I didn't get to my rankings all the way down here for this tournament, so Kyle Williams wasn't on my sheet yet. So far, got a 2-3-5-2. Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, Derrick Henry, Quinshawn, Trey Benson, Puka, Mike Evans, Travis Hunter, Khalil Shakir, Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews, Tucker Kraft. A lot of running backs I still like here. I'll just take any of these, any that are left. To be fair, rookies probably deserve to be dinged a bit in this format. Yeah, they do. Now, like, Omarion Hampton, Genty, like, the running backs that got high capital, I don't think that applies to as much. The wide receivers that got high capital, even like Hunter, may need to be dinged a little bit. Tet maybe not, because they've already said he's just starting basically. But yeah, like the Teutons and those guys, absolutely ding them. Jordan James, like, maybe not draftable, right? Like, I mean, I guess it's a 20th round pick, so. But yeah, all these middle ones, Colston Loveland, like, he has to fight through Cole Kmet to start the season and then be better. Like, he's going to end up getting the job. Ben Johnson, one of them, right? So the question is, like, how long is it going to take for him to really get into that offense? And then Egbuka and Luther Burden in this contest, like, yes, you only have to, like, after that first week, which is a glorified 50-50, you still only have to beat one person every week. And Podluck is going to be everything in this, right? Like, you just play one person each week. If that one person had the most points on the website that 1 week, and you were 8th, like, if you put up 212 points, but they put up 225, like, you would have beat 99.9% of the people, but you could just get hosed. Like, that's, same thing happens in dynasty leagues every year, right? You just get a bad matchup that week, like 3 weeks in a row, score the third most points all 3 weeks, third, second, with 0 wins. Like, that's something that happens. And, like, Adam Thielen's probably a good pick in this tournament. So I'm actually gonna move Eckler above Garendo here. Take guys that have roles on the offense. I'm not really worried about Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Like, now if I had bags of Ja'Cory in the big board in the 20th round, I'd be excited about it. Like, he went to an awesome spot. So, like, the highest scoring loser, that would be that could be a contest. Like, it would be great to have a contest that it's like, basically the goal is, yeah, I guess you couldn't really do a, like, you draft the worst team kind of tournament, because then, like, if they were going to do that, it'd have to be a locked 100 and, like, it's a locked 216 players, right? and it would have to be a time box of like a week. So like just because of injury reasons, like they lock 216 players, and those are the only players that can be drafted, and your goal is to be the worst team. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I want to know your opinion. Isaiah Bond, what do you think? If he's not guilty, what team could sign him? Well, the thing is, he turned himself in, so he's guilty. Like, you don't turn yourself in and not be ruled guilty, right? Like, so when all that cleans up, I mean, anybody could sign him. Uh, Kansas City's probably at the top of that list because they don't care about the character guys until they do something with bad character on the Chiefs. Like, they're like, hey, like that's kind of been the thing with Kansas City is we don't care, but once you're here, you need to change. And if they don't change, they usually just get rid of those people, or like at least move them down some. I mean, I'll take some upside here with Cedric Tillman for sure. Deontay Johnson, like even if Deontay Johnson signs there, like Tillman's still a fine pick. I probably want another running back. There's a running back I haven't talked about today that got a pretty good landing spot. That, and I'll just say it, like if somebody wants him, they can have him. It's Devin Neal. Devin Neal got a really good landing spot. The problem is that team is not good. Like they do have a reason, like they are starting to build the offensive line, but who actually believes in Tyler Shuck? Like I I know some people believe in Tyler Shuck, but I don't think he's a player that is going to succeed year one, like to a huge spot. Yeah, yeah, that's what was it, fifth round, I think. Um, oh, sixth round. Got it. Yeah. Saints unfortunately look like a total fantasy wasteland. They do. I got Chris Olave at 74 earlier, and I didn't even want to do it. Like I know it's a good pick at 74. I know it's a good pick. That doesn't mean I wanted to do it. Um, Running backs here could take Shipley. I Yeah, we'll just take Shipley here. Add a contingent back here. Be done at running back. Derrick Henry, Judkins, Trey Benson, Rashad White, Eckler, Shipley. Got two contingent smash plays. You got two guaranteed starters, and we got two role players. Like that should be a really solid floor for my week with a bunch of upside as well. Wide receivers, Puka, Mike Evans, Hunter. That's a bunch of upside. Absolute floor there. A little more up. I probably need to add some upside to my wide receiver core. I have some ideas. We'll see how bad those ideas are. You guys can be the judge. Um, they could always surprise, but they are rebuilding everywhere, basically, besides wide receiver. Yes. Yeah, yeah. It's not a great spot. Correct. Yeah, just like the Pats last year. But somebody's got to get some yards, right? Like that is something that's like somebody will get yards there. It's not like they're going to only throw for 2,000 yards through the whole season. So I think that like I think Olave is going to slide and continue to slide on the on Overzet stream earlier. I think it was Karain talking about how Olave got moved down a lot. Like when those guys speak, it usually happens, and sometimes it overcorrects. So I'm probably gonna take him if he's near the end of the if he's around the 6-7 turn. I'll probably take a little bit of him and wonder like not a ton, like stay at like 8%, but that might end up being the best value you get on him all season if that becomes a thing. Any surprise takeaways from these first drafts you are seeing? Um, like other than Bryce Young going in the 150s, like just no. Like Bryce Young should like he had a good outcome for the draft. Like I don't know how you say he did not. Tolbert went, we'll take a spike week guy. Turpin got no competition. It's Turpin time, baby. Like Sus Edwards laughed at me the other day in a chat because I said that Turpin is going to outscore Jalen Tolbert. It's probably a little rich. I ain't going to lie. But Turpin could, like, it's not a unreasonable thing to think could happen. I don't think it's super likely, but I could definitely see it happening. Tez Johnson, awesome. For a stack. I mean, in the last round, I think Jalen Coker's fine, right? Like, but Troy Franklin may be the pick here for a spike week guy. Because I want a deep threat. Actually, the one that I really like is this one right here. Why did it not pop up? Okay. I like DK quite a bit as a last round pick right now. They gave him, like, it was fourth round capital, but as the first pick in the fourth round. They took him over Alec Iomanner. They didn't add anyone else to the offense. They did add Tyler Lockett, but DK is a different player than that. And his role could be the deep bomb guy, kind of like Turpin. And in a room like this, to where I have a Shakir and some floor guys in here with some spike guys, like I wanted some more spike guys. I think Turpin and DK could both be spike guys late in the season or at any point in the season. And DK doesn't have a whole lot of competition to go against. Hartman, not a fan of his own draft. We've all been there. We've all been there. And anyway, that is it for me. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be doing probably a hound dog or puppy, something like that. Something a little different. I'm going to jump over into PPR Tyler's chat. Anybody else who's going to be around, I'll see you there. Take care, everybody.